Hello again and welcome to the Templars Emergency COVID-19 84 Emergency Broadcasting Service. Me, your guest presenter, Jim Dowson. How are yous all? Now, I just need to make sure everybody can hear us. Let us thank some people first. I can see Bartley Burker, how you doing? William Petit, Natasha McLean, how you doing? I feel like being back home. She calls me Jimmy. EM Rejuvenation, how you doing? John Andrews, Scott Rash, how you doing? Nice to see you. Ewan, he's from Sweden. Ewan Egerstrom from Sweden. We have some very, very good Swedish comrades, I can assure you. Wonderful. So you're more than welcome into the building here. Jonathan Bedeen, hello, my good friend and your good lady. Freaking how you doing? Nice to see you as well. The battle helmet. I could have ever seen that earlier. They're very heavy, those battle helmets, freaking. Les Androkovich, nice to see you up there in Alberta, Canada. Frank Bukovic. Frank, I was talking about you yesterday, but you weren't here. I'll go through it again a wee bit. Philip Milne, good man, nice to see you. We've corrected the Zoom, I believe. It's great that Trump's done. We'll talk about that again a wee bit as well. Andy, how you doing? Who else have we got in here? Dan Guerra, how you doing? Nice to see you from the Wash. The Wash, yes. Lady Rotha, lovely to see you, Lady Rotha. Nice to see you in the room. Who else have we got? Paul Telford from sunny Liverpool. God bless you, my friend. Nick's in the room. How you doing, Nick? Toroy Otto from Florida. He's a lucky fella, him. And Carol Price. Is this a secret grouping of the Jesuits? No, we're not Jesuits or the Illuminati or Masons or anything. If you keep asking daft things like that, we're going to ban you. So there's fair warning to you. You've been told 3 or 4 times on here. If you ask again, you're off, okay? Scott, right, I've seen them. Okay, so let's make a wee start here. And for the mods, just keep an eye. If we get any more stupid questions, gone. Can't be bothered with that. Oh, Kim, YY, how you doing? Nice to see you. And Triple Nickel, how you doing? Nice to see you. I seen somebody else there. Rod Top, very good. Okay, let's have a wee start at that. In fact, I meant to mention that, the monuments thing. Let me see. Let me just get myself sorted here, because I don't want to forget that. It's quite important. Monuments. And Frank. Okay, let's start with a wee bit of scripture. Again, we're in my favourite part of the Bible, Romans. And we're in Romans 12, starting from verse 1. Romans 12, verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Marvellous. And that's what's expected of reasonable service, and present ourselves to God as He would like us. Wonderful. And may God bless the public reading of this, His infallible, inspired and inerrant word. Amen. Right. Hope you're all well, folks. How are you? Is everybody keeping well? We've got people in from Canada, America, England, Scotland, Ireland, Sweden, Norway, and a few other places that I don't know. I don't really know. And I even a man in from Bolton who speaks Irish. Yes, that's how international we are. A man from Bolton who speaks Irish. It's fantastic. And God bless you, my Swedish friend. Do you know, we're very friendly with some of the Swedes, and we've been to their great house, the House of the Swedes. I don't know where it is. It's right in the middle of Sweden. I was there last year. Freezing cold it was. Nick knows where it is. And it's Dan Eriksson and what? No, I think it's Dan. Is it Dan? Yeah, Dan Eriksson, lovely guy. I don't know if you're one of his people. If you are, you're more than welcome. And if you're not a member of that organisation in Sweden, you should be. So you should go and join them immediately. Nick knows all about them. He'll maybe tell you. Henrik Johansson, are you Swedish as well? Where are you from? And Crusade, yep. I'm not a member. See how you're all doing. Yep. Excellent. Very good. Good. So people that aren't members, the question is, why? Why are you not a member of the Templar Order? You know, it's very important. So I want to go through some... Frank Bukovic is in here. Frank, I was telling the brothers and sisters yesterday, I don't know if you were in, I don't think you were, but I met a woman in this town who lived for 27 years, Katie, and she used to go to church in Paterson. Can you imagine it? I met her in the street, walking her dog. And she said, yeah, you won't know where I live. I lived in Katie. I says, I know it very well. And she says, really? That's a little village outside it. I said, well, I've got friends in Patterson. She went, no, I used to go to church in Patterson. Small world, Frank. She said she met a big bearded fella. I said, why did you come home? Why did you leave Texas after 27 years? She says, I don't really want to get into it, but I met this big bearded fella and he was trying to get me on this pecan moonshine and it sort of turned me, and that's it, I had to come home. I said, oh, I wouldn't know what you're talking about, but there you go. I'm only kidding, Frank. I'm only pulling your leg. I am a member all the way. Oh, brilliant. Excellent. Heinrich, excellent. Very good. Very good. And Shug's in there as well. Neville Walker's there. What? Who's this? Do you know of the new King of England? King John what? Right, no idea. Shug, how you doing? You're welcome in the room, Shug. Excellent. Right, listen, I want to talk to you some stuff today. What was that I wrote down earlier on? Oh, aye. The Monuments Act. The Monuments Act. President Trump has actually went through with this, and I believe it's been done by an executive order. So, absolutely brilliant that we have the Monuments Act. And I just hope now law enforcement act on it and arrest these people for attacking not just our history, their history. It's just the most barbaric and uncivilised thing to do is start pulling down people's statues. It's ridiculous. So I hope some of these people are put in jail for a very, very long time indeed. And it maybe sends a clear message out that this is not how you build a decent and sane society, going about pulling things down you don't agree with, and attacking things violently. Now, talking about violence, what's the name of that new state where all the people took over and said Chaz. Oh, it's wild in Chaz now. The whites are fighting the blacks, seemingly gun battles between the whites and the blacks inside Chaz. Who would have thought it? Anarchists not liking to be in a place where anarchy rules. Well, it's their bag. So they wanted to have run their own show. Now the anarchists have got anarchy and they don't like it, and they're phoning their mum and their dad and say, could you come down with the SUV and pick me up because I've had enough of this. I want to go back and eat cookies and ice cream, Ben and Jerry's ice cream, and look at my Che Guevara posters on my bedroom wall, even though they're 27 or 28-year-old. I think that clicked again, brother. Has it clicked? No?
Yes.
Wait a minute. It's a wretched thing. I think we're back. I'm not sure. Yes, we're back. Don't worry, this camera, we don't know what's wrong with it. We don't know if it's gremlins, Jesuits, Freemasons. Somebody's doing something to it. But it only clicks off once, so you'll be okay. That's us. We're all back. Don't worry about it. We're fine. We're back. Chaz is gone now. Brilliant. Seattle police cleaned them out. Excellent. Good. Should have just left them in there and dropped something on them from a great height. It would have been much more effective and better for us all. And I'm sure the people who were in there will think twice before they want to set up a free, independent republic again. You're right. Donald Pollock said fools. They're absolute imbeciles. Raging imbeciles. Now, I want to speak to you today about a couple of more of the madness, more of the lunacy that's going on every day now. Women's Soccer League to let players skip the anthem. Don't start me in this. Don't start me in this. The Women's Soccer, Women's Soccer League. Where is this? Is this in America or Britain? United States. They're getting really good at football these days.
They're good.
Oh, they are good. Did the women's team win the World Cup?
2 years. Is it
2 years now. I thought that. American women's soccer is the best. They're champions, world champions. Anyway, now they'll say you're using big words, but he gave me the notes. The confluence of the coronavirus pandemic. These are too many big words in a row for a simple Ulster Scot like me, brother. Okay, the confluence of the coronavirus pandemic and the rise of protests against racial injustice is prompting a shift in how sporting events handle a long-time staple. The pre-game playing of the national anthem with players on the field or court. On Monday night, the American National Women's Soccer League announced it would give players the option of being on the field or in the locker room for the anthem. Well, I'll tell you something. If you're not on the field for the anthem and you don't stand up for the anthem and show your country the dignity and respect that it deserves and what millions of men died for, you shouldn't be in the team. You shouldn't be in the team. You should be run out of town. And people need to stop going to these games. They've been doing this in England, and the Football Association here are having second thoughts now, because tens of thousands of people have handed back their season tickets and refused to pay for them and said, we're not going to games. If this is the nonsense we're getting, we're not going. Hit them in the pocket. That's all that matters. It's all they care about. And it's the only weapon you have is not to support teams who disrespect your country. And if you're disrespecting the anthem, you should be horsewhipped, flogged. If I'm in another country, I stand for the anthem. Doesn't matter what, even if I'm in Southern Ireland. Tune comes on, I stand up because I'm in their country. If I'm in America, anthem comes on, I stand up. That's the way normal, civilised human beings behave. These are Americans in America who are told you don't have to come onto the park because the anthem's on. What? Years ago, where's McCarthy? We need McCarthy back. We need a purge in America. Bring back the McCarthy trials. Let's round these people up and horsewhip them until they beg for mercy. And still, don't let them play in the team because they disgrace the colours that they wear. They shouldn't even be wearing. They're not fit to wear those colours. Rat bags. Imagine it. Anyway, let me continue. My head's going to explode with this. It's terrible. It's driving me mad. Before the second game of the day between Chicago Red Stars and Washington Spirit, most players knelt while a few stood. All players wore T-shirts reading Black Lives Matter. Chicago teammates Julia Ertz, who's white, and Casey Short, who's black, knelt, sobbed, arms draped over one another's shoulders as the anthem played on loudspeakers. Why were they sobbing? Was the anthem so painful and grievous to their lefty principles? The anthem was upsetting them? What was the matter with them? I know what I would do with them. I'd run them out of town. They're needing run out of town because they're traitors to the United States of America and they shouldn't be there. How dare these people? How dare these people? Who the hell do they think they are? It's the American public that pays their wages. Listen, I'm all for political statements. You know that. If I was in a place where I hated the country, I hated the anthem, and I hated their president, I hated everything about it, I wouldn't be there. Because I'm a decent human being. I would pack my bags and leave. I'm not refusing to live in that place because of these people, because of that government, because of their behaviour. I will not live there anymore. Oh no, these people live there. They take their money. They wring the money out of the system. See all these protesters, they're wringing the money out of the system. But they hate the system. Pull down the system. Oh, but wait a minute, to wring some more money out of the American taxpayers, the people who send their boys to Nam, the people who send their boys to Afghanistan and all these places, their boys come back in body bags, and they're still sitting there saying, can I have some more money, please? For I hate yous, and your privilege, and your militarism, and your American stars, and your gung-ho patriotism. I hate everything about you, but could you give me some more money, please? Oh, and by the way, there's a big nasty enemy attacking me. Could you send your sons to protect me? That's the type of low-life trash that these people are. Utter trash. Disgraceful behaviour. And they be as well spitting on the graves of every man and woman who gave their life for the country that they're in. And this happens in all our countries now. It's happening in Canada. It's happening in Britain. It's happening in America. It's happening in Sweden. It's happening in Norway. It's happening everywhere. Why are we putting up with this? When are we going to fight back? When are we going to fight back? When are we going to start taking the privileges away from these people? Because I want to tell you a wee story. People get mixed up between what rights mean. Even right-wing people. People say, I have the right to say this. Okay. What is a right? Does anybody know what a right actually is? Has anybody studied it? I studied it. I've studied it at great length when I was doing my degree for the ministry. I studied these things. A right is another word for a privilege. People think they've got a right just because, like, how many times have you heard people who've never worked a day in their life saying, I have the right to unemployment benefit? What right? Unemployment benefit is a privilege bestowed upon the good citizens of the country. It was never intended to be bestowed upon scum, shiftless scum who don't want to work, shiftless trash who hate the country. They shouldn't be getting privileges. You earn the privilege by a contractual agreement. It's called a consideration, where you, as a citizen, undergo to fulfil certain roles, that you will obey the law, you will pay your tax, you will work hard, you will be a good and decent person who contributes towards the country, and if necessary, you will sacrifice your life in defence of the country. In return, you're given the privilege or right of different things. Protection from bad people, a fair and just legal system, a police force to defend you from violent robbers and such like and so forth, and roads and sewers and all that. This is the consideration. So we, the citizens, enter into an agreement with the government which we have created. So there's a consideration, and in turn for us fulfilling our part. I don't know what that is. We are given privileges. Some people call them rights, but they're actually privileges. And that's it. That's how things work. Now, if the state fails in their obligation towards us, i.e. providing a safe and secure homeland, we have every right to then withdraw our side of the bargain, our considerations. But you're not allowed, like these people are doing, to take away to remove their consideration, but at the same time still expect the state to honour their obligations. That isn't right. That's not right. That's having your cake and eating it. So always remember, when people talk about rights, a right is just a different word for a privilege, and privileges are earned. They don't just fall out the sky. And this is what you see with the ghetto hoods, isn't it? Don't disrespect me, bruv. Don't disrespect me. What respect? Respect is earned. Respect is not inherent. Respect is earned. Some people are trash, some people are good. That's the way the world is, and that's the way it will always be. So be very careful with the word rights. I get very nervous, and even right-wing people. I have the right to free speech. Okay, do you really, really, truly, in your heart, believe in free speech? And I mean free speech. You can't say I believe in free speech apart from, or apart from that, or maybe you either believe in free speech or you don't. Okay? I don't. I don't believe, like in Holland, men should be able to form a paedophile party and have it registered by the government and stand in elections and gain a very respectable vote, a bigger vote than the right wing got. Paedophile party, it's a fact. I don't believe that 12-year-old children should be able to kill themselves without any reference to the parents, which happens in now Belgium. Yep, Belgian children can go to the doctor, and the doctor is under a legal obligation not to say a word to the parents, and they can obtain medication to kill himself. A 12-year-old boy or a 12-year-old girl in Belgium. That's the law. Do I believe in that freedom? Well, that's that person's freedom of speech, freedom of expression. Do I believe in a woman's right to have the freedom to chop her baby into bits because she can't be bothered with it, or whatever the reason is? There's no valid excuse to chop babies up. So no, there's just a few. And I've had this conversation with many people, and I've said, do you believe in free speech? Yes. I said, do you believe in paedophiles being able to go out and preach their paedophilia on the streets? Oh, no, I don't believe in that. It's okay. So you believe in free speech totally, apart from paedophiles. Okay? Yeah. So you believe in a woman can the right to abort her child, chop it up into bits? Oh, no, of course not, Jim. Okay, so you believe in free speech totally, apart from the paedophiles and the abortion. Okay. But other than that, you believe in free speech? Yes, I do. So you believe that people should be able to teach homosexuality to 3 and 4 year olds in pre-infant school? Oh, no, I do not. Okay, now I've got it now. So you believe in freedom of speech totally, apart from, what have we got here? The paedophiles, the abortionists, and the LGBTQ plus educators. Okay, you believe in. So other than that, you believe in free speech? Yes. What about jihadis talking about overthrowing the corrupt Western governments and slaughtering all the infidels? Oh, of course I don't believe that, Jim. Okay, let me get this in my head here. You believe totally in free speech, apart from the paedophiles, the abortionists, the LGBTQ plus, and the jihadis. Do you see where I'm going with this, folk? Do you see where I'm going with this? It's like trying to justify the existence of the unicorns and the magic rainbows with the pots of gold at the end. You go into the realms now of idiocy, stupidity, and imbecilic rantings. So that's it. Yeah, free speech under God. Yeah, the free speech according only within the confines of the rules and regulations as contained in this. But then again, it's not free speech then, because somebody else might say, well, I'm not a Christian, so you afford them no rights. Do you see where I'm going with this? And it's a big mantra that catches a lot of people out. Free speech! There's only one country in the world that has given any kind of reference to free speech in their constitution. That's America. But America's never had free speech. You can't go about saying what you want. It's not possible. But this is the thing you need to be careful of. We need to understand the language we use. Somebody was saying to me the other day that the reason they were right-wing, this is a cracker, the reason they were right-wing was because they believed in tolerance, equality, and free speech. I don't know what kind of right-wing they've been studying, but equality, I don't believe in equality. Don't be so ridiculous. Equality? It's communist talk. Not everybody's equal. Some folk are clever. Some folk are as thick as this desk. Stupid. The clever guy may earn a lot of money. The stupid guy doesn't because he's stupid. The rich guy does because he's rich. No, that's not always the case. I'm fairly clever and I'm poor, but generally speaking. So, do I go and persecute the guy who's made a bit of money, or he's more intelligent, or he's better looking? Because obviously he's not equal to this other small, ugly, poor guy. I mean, come on, the world isn't equal. The world is far from equal. We're all equal spiritually, but we're not equal in everyday life. We know that. The socialists can't accept that. So they always try and bring us to a common denominator. But sadly, rather than try and rise mankind up, which the right wing do, evangelical Christians, Catholics, whatnot, we try and rise humanity up to the zenith. Well, the socialists, they go for the common denominator and try and pull everybody down to the lowest common denominator, which is wrong. So, tolerance is another thing. This person said they were right wing because they believe in tolerance. What? Tolerance? I don't have any time for tolerance. I am utterly intolerant. I'm intolerant of all wickedness. I'm intolerant of heathens. I'm intolerant of anybody who attacks the true faith. I'm intolerant of people who want to corrupt my children. I'm intolerant of anybody who wants to butcher babies. And I'm intolerant of people who want to push LGBTQ plus on school children. I am completely and absolutely intolerant. So what is going on in the right wing? People say, I'm a conservative because I believe in tolerance. You need to get treatment. The meds have not worked, or you're on too many meds. That is not what we're about. Conservative right-wing people are not about tolerance. We are not about equality. Believe me. No way. It's nonsense. It's utterly stupid. And the reason is, on Sunday I always go through, well, not always, but nearly every week I go through the Apostles' Creed, because people no longer understand what they believe in. So they believe anything. We need to know what we believe in. People need to give serious thought into the terms conservative and right-wing. I am a conservative right-winger. I make no bones about it. In fact, I'm rather proud of it, to be quite honest with you. Yes, I'm very proud of it, and I thank God that I had a mother who installed these values in me, and a father who lived these ideals, that I could watch him, and he was rock solid, right-wing, totally intolerant, completely intolerant of anything that was outside this and our tribal boundaries. Completely intolerant. No time for it at all. Wouldn't have anything to do with it. So that's where I come from, and I thank the Lord himself that had a good mother and father who installed that into me. Now people say, Jim, you're a raging, ranting, fundamentalist, knuckle-dragging backwoodsman. I've been called worse. I've been called far worse. But at least my hair ain't green. I know what gender I am, and I don't kill babies. So I'm happy. Leave me alone. I'm quite happy where I am now. And I'm sure you are too. God bless you. I see folks saying there, me too, Jim, me too. That's why I love you people, because we're all on the same page. But listen, it took me a long time to come to this position, because I was force-fed by the media. Tolerance is a good thing. Equality is a good thing. I never knew these things were absolute poison in the context of modern day. If we lived in a Christian society, no, they're good things. But we don't live in a Christian society. We live in a poisoned well. And the world is not our domain. Our kingdom is up there. So this is the world. This is the world. And the Bible tells us we have to come out from the world. Be ye separate. Touch not the unclean thing. And we will not suffer the curses thereof. So we're in a difficult position. But anyway, I want you to go and think about this whole thing about tolerance and equality. But in the meantime, I'm going to let you know what else is happening, and we're in America again. The Michigan governor proposes making racially motivated 911 calls. I hate crime. It's just true. So if a big black fella's robbing you at 3 a.m, and you phone up and say, there's a black man in my house robbing me, you're going to get busted for hate crime. Dear me. Well, in England now, in London, they don't record the ethnicity of attackers and muggers and knifers and stabbers and shooters and killers. They don't record their ethnicity. No. Say it's racist. And I watched the TV programme just last night. there had been a guy stabbed 4 times at gunpoint. So they pulled a gun out in this guy, robbed him, and then stabbed him one of the other ones stabbed him 4 times. And they were getting a description on radio in the cop car. And they were saying, oh, they've got like blue jacket. One's got a blue jacket, one's got a green jacket, and I think one's got white sneakers on, da-da-da. No racial, not Caucasian or no. So they're running about looking for just the clothing. They're not allowed now to say, he's this or he's that. 2IC or whatever, 2IC1 or whatever. Not allowed to say it now. So, you know, you could be in a totally black part of London and a white guy's committed a crime. They won't say he's white. So there's one guy you could spot him a mile away, but they won't say it because they can't say the B word. It's the real reason. They probably would say the W word, but they can't say the B word. The whole thing's mad. And they think by not talking about it, it'll go away. Look, if you're told you've got incurable lung cancer, but everybody goes, shh, and nobody talks about it, it'll be fine. It won't be fine. You'll be dead in about 3 weeks. That's it. It doesn't go away because you don't talk about it. And conversely, other people think if you do talk about it, you talk about it, therefore it is. So things that are completely nonsense, like I am non-binary, or I have got 173 genders, if you say it, therefore it is. I speak it into existence. No, only one person can do it. That's God. God can speak things into existence. He spoke the whole world and the universe into existence. You, Mr. Green-haired social worker, transgender, whatever you choose to be today, cannot do such. No matter how much you're encouraged to do so by CNN or the BBC and the liberal people and the big financial backers like George Soros, you still can't do it. But they're trying. So this nutcase, Michigan governor, lunatic, Michigan governor, is that a woman? Gretchen, that's a woman's name, isn't it? Gretchen Whitmer said on Monday she wants to ban police use of chokeholds and make racially motivated 911 calls hate crimes. She said, blacks are only 14% of the population of Michigan, but were responsible for 68% of the homicides. Oh, lock that person up. Who said that? Obviously, it's been said here in the context that the police are only arresting black people, not the white people who are committing all these murders. Really? Boo. Whitmer called for the ban of chokeholds as protests continued in Michigan and across the country over the Memorial Day death of George Floyd. So you can't choke them. You can't shoot them. I've got a good idea for the Democrats in America to stop crime. Why doesn't the government then give out big bags of money? And anytime somebody approaches you look a bit dodgy, you know, middle of the night, you walk down an alley and you hear this dark voice behind you. Hey, blood, what are you doing here? Just say, no need to pull out your knife or your gun, sir, and set about my person. Oh no, those days are gone. Those days are behind us. We have the Democrat Party now have a plan, and I have got it here for you. I have a bag of money, sir, that you can take and make off into the night without resorting to violence. Because obviously, my white privilege, I should be giving you this bag of money. And in fact, I beg your forgiveness for me not giving you this bag of money sooner. Yeah, that'll work. I think we should do that. Now the techie guy's poking at me. Like the video, click subscribe, press the bell, comment below. Remember? Like the video, click subscribe, press the bell, comment below. And share. Yeah, it is funny. I try and make these things funny, but they're not funny. But see, listen, I see this. You've no idea what I see, because I see this stuff from all over the world. You're only seeing it from our countries. I see it from Eastern Europe. I see it from Asia. If I didn't make fun out of this, I would go stark raving mad. And anyway, I'm a Christian. I rejoice in the Lord. And I refuse to let these demented lefties make me miserable. Because I ain't going to be miserable. Because I'm rejoicing in the blood of the Lamb. And if you're a Christian as well, you don't have to be miserable. We don't. Let these people do what they want. Let them howl at the moon. Let them even persecute us. And let them kill us all day long and slaughter us like sheep. We will still rejoice in the Saviour. Because ultimately we will be victorious. Oh yes. And if it comes down to a whole civil war situation, which it might do in the next few years, these boys and girls are in for a terrible fright. Because not only do we pray hard, we fight hard. You better believe it. And they're in for an awful shock. We will deal such a sanctified blow to these reprobates that they won't know what's hit them. And they'll be running away, tail between their legs, yelping like scolded dogs. And that's what they are. So that's what I've got to say. Got myself excited today because I just find it outrageous that this women's soccer team would do that. Anybody would do this. It's the height of bad manners. Do you know, ladies and gentlemen, I have to hurry up and wind it up here, but I watched an interesting documentary. I watch weird documentaries of an evening. if I've got time. And it was one where did the British expression stiff upper lip come from? Your upper lip's always stiff. Well, it came out of the 18th century politeness movement, where politeness is not just manners, oh thank you, how are you, which is good, but it's also behaving in a dignified manner as a man. So not rolling about guffawing with laughter like a hyena, but always being in control and always trying to be as dignified as possible in your behaviour. That's politeness. That's true politeness. Now I can tell you this. In the world, there's a view of Americans as being loud and, real boors. They're not. They're not. I can honestly tell you, and I've travelled far and wide, the Americans are the most polite people on God's earth. It's all, thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. How are you? Yes, sir. No, sir. Very little swearing. The Americans are so polite, it's unbelievable. And the Canadians are the same. Only the Canadians keep apologising for things that haven't happened yet. They're like the English. You know, in England, if you're in England in a shop and you bang into somebody, I do it. We always turn around and go, oh, I'm so sorry. Even though they banged into you. They bang into you and you turn and say, oh, I'm so sorry. They've knocked you down, but oh, I'm so sorry. It's the way we are. Canadians are still like that. But the Americans are just polite. Just polite and very dignified and very respectful. It's quite incredible that Americans are still like that. But the world's view, the media portrays Americans as loudmouths and brash. I've never seen an American like that. I've got to be honest, I have never seen. I tell a lie. The guy who trained me once when I was about 19-year-old, he's the guy who brought Tupperware into Europe. Oh, he was a wild man. But then I think that was his coke intake that done that. But no, apart from him, every American I've ever met, it's humbling how respectful they are and how decent they are and how strong of character they are. You know, God bless America. And the Canadians are a good bunch. Look, we're all good bunches. The Australians, the New Zealanders, we're all good bunches. I tell you that one of the worst places now. Well, the French, obviously, but leave them out because that's taken for granted. The Brits are the most unruly, mannerless people on the planet now, and I'm one of them, and it makes me quite ashamed. I mean, I try and have as good manners as I can, as polite as I can, but I'm living in a country now where rudeness and ill manners are now vaunted as some kind of wonderful achievement, and that's what people are growing up with. It's terrible, and people laugh at people with good manners. Do you know, once the police were arresting me in my house, they'd kicked my door in and were coming in to arrest me. And my son said to the policeman, would you like a cup of tea? And they started laughing, saying, oh, listen to him, little Lord Fauntleroy with his manners. Huh? What they didn't know, he was standing in front of something at the time that they shouldn't have seen, so we get a last laugh. But, you know, even the police were laughing at my boy for having manners. Yeah. But hopefully that blinded them enough to get shifted what we needed to get shifted. So much for them. But you know what it is, that's where we are now. People laugh at you for having manners. Well, listen, the Americans who are so mannerly and Canadians, don't lose that. Don't lose that. Because that really is a true mark of your greatness, is your manners and your respect and your dignity. It's wonderful. And if everybody else could have a wee bit of what you've got, we'll all be a lot better off. That's it. So that's me being nice to the Americans today, because I know sometimes I give the Americans a hard time, but I love the Americans. I love the Australians. I love all our people. And I even love other people. But I stop loving them when they start interfering with my people. And when they start killing my people and robbing my people and burning my people's property, then that love turns to something else, not so nice. And I want to destroy them. Because if I've got a choice of protecting my people by destroying them, I will. And that's it. And that's the way we should be. We come first. Charity begins at home. We look after our own. And you know, we've got a saying in this part of the world, what we have, we hold. That's it. What we have, we hold. And whatever other people have got, they're more than welcome to hold on to whatever they've got. But don't come and try and take ours. It's not going to work. So that's it. God bless each and every one of you. Now remember, I shall see you tomorrow. The Techie Guy's back soon. Thank you, Jesus. The Techie Guy's back. No, you've done a good job. He got a wee bit. He was like, what do you mean? What have I done? You've done a good job, brother. I'm sure everybody agrees you've done a great job. Consider you've never done it before. It's been great. But it'd be good to have the real Techie Guy back so he can put things up on the screen and everyone can flash and do all that stuff. Did you have a picture of it, brother?
Yeah.
I never even noticed.
Yeah.
Oh, Mea culpa. I'm so sorry. He's done good, isn't he? But isn't it the techie guy, the new techie guy? He's done brilliant, really good. So we'll buy him a wee prize for this, and wish him all the best. But it's good because it's all about skill sets, and we've got some skilled people elsewhere in the world. Here, we've only got certain staff that do certain things, and they're all overstretched as usual. So I'll be here tomorrow if the good Lord doesn't take me. And let's hope well, it's up to him. But if I'm spared and I'm here tomorrow, I look forward to seeing each and every one of these. And remember, it'd be a great privilege and a great help to us if you try and share these videos and get yourselves over to Democracy Forum. Is it? No, what is it? Democracy Forum .online. Democracy Forum .online. Well, that's all from me. Remember, hopefully, God willing, I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, stick close to God. You won't go far wrong. Do us vault.
The threat is real, and we are on the front line. In a world of misinformation and attacks from the left and mainstream media, censorship, deplatforming, it is time to call out the fake news and bring you the truth. We are the Knights Templar. Visit our website and join today. We are the Resistance. Deus Vult.